Cung kính thầy an tọa, kính mời đại chúng cùng an tọa. Trình mời đại chúng quý vị ngồi thẳng lưng, buông vai, thả lỏng vai ra, ngồi thật là bình an, vững chãi, và mình có thể để tâm ý mình chú ý tới chóp mũi để mình nhận biết hơi thở của mình. Ngồi bình an, tĩnh lặng, nhận rõ từng hơi thở ra vào. Và chúng ta ngồi như vậy theo 3 tiếng chuông. Please sit straight, be very calm, pay attention to your nose where you realize you are breathing in and you are breathing out along with the 3 sounds of the body. Thưa đại chúng, theo chương trình thì chiều nay mình có giờ để trả lời câu hỏi trong buổi tu tập. Thì ở đây có mấy câu tiếng Anh và cũng xin được trả lời trước để cho các em còn ra ngoài. Thì là mong đại chúng hoan hỷ Pháp Hòa chỉ hát theo lời yêu cầu. Và các em xin mình trả lời bằng tiếng Anh trước cho các em. So, good afternoon, brothers and sisters. Before you can go out and play, you can stay back. I have request to answer some of your questions first in English. Is that okay for you? English first? Not lady first? Okay, the very first question. Why do only wear brown and orange robe to the temples? How and why was the Sangha formed? I'm not very sure what you mean, like a form like us, shave our head and wear the brown. Is this what you mean by the Sangha form? Who asked the question? That's the trick to find out the person who asked the question. So is that what you mean? How to help others to learn? Oh, okay. So first of all, I answer, why do we wear brown and orange? Actually, you miss gray. You wear gray. And then most of them wear gray, right? The brown, the gray, or the orange or yellow, they all symbolize for patience. They all symbolize for the earth, the ground. Because the ground is very thick and very wide. The ground able to accept. The ground also can accept all kind of water, whether it's clean or dirty. Is that true? Same thing. When you wear brown or gray or yellow, help you to remind you to learn how to patience. Whether people praise you or blame you, because you are the earth, the ground, you can accept all kind of water. And if they praise you, if that's true, that will help you to improve more. If what they talk about you is not true, it's help you to correct your mistake. Okay? So, brown, red, orange, or gray symbolize for patience. So when you light the incense, you all can see the color of the smoke, right? So what's going up? The smoke. What's fall down? The ash. So every time when you light the incense, it's also, you can see the color of the smoke is gray. Help you to learn that if you're able to let go, you feel very light. You are just like the smoke, you go up. If you grab everything, it's heavy yourself, you suffer yourself, your heart, your mind, your life will be very down like the ash. Is that help you learn a little bit? So remember, every time when you see the monk wear the brown, the yellow, the gray, you know, this is the robe of patience. Because only patience can help you to overcome all the things in life. Either you study, your relationship, your working, none of the things can be done without patience. Let's say if you try to boil some water, you still need to stay and wait until they boil. If they boil, then you can use for your tea, your coffee, especially your instant noodle. If they are not boiled, then your instant noodle will cook, and you cannot have the food, right? So when even you boiling the water, you still need to wait until they boil and they cook. So everything need to learn. When you plant the seed under the ground for the flower, you still wait until the day they grow and they bloom. So the time you wait is the time for you to be patient. Okay? And your question is how to help the other. First of all, you know what is Sangha. Sangha means the community, right? Any community that lives in harmony, that's called Sangha. So your family can be a Sangha. Your friends as a group, as a Sangha. So any Sangha, any community that come together, live in harmony, live in awareness, we call Sangha. The way you live harmony, you already help. Help, sometimes you silently help. Sometimes you directly, and sometimes you indirectly. Right? For example, you go back home from school, and you know that your mom is easily get mad if you throw your shoes everywhere. Your mom easily get mad if you finish your milk and you did not clean your glass of milk. You hang up your coats, put your shoes on the shelf, clean your dirty dishes, she will be happy. You already helped her. Sometimes you go to temple a lot, but you are the one who helped her directly. The monks are unable to help her because the monk is not home, right? But you are at home and you know how is mom. Okay? Sometimes she faces in front of us, but we cannot see her real image. Only you do, right? You know what happened to her, you try to help her. Help, you can directly and indirectly. Sometimes we don't need to talk much. All we need to do is do something that we know that they like or they don't like. So, helping others in many forms. Okay? How do I deal with stress? I need this too. You see how much stress I have now? First of all, we have to learn what is stress. Stress means when you try to pour everything out. You stress yourself. So why? Because you're so important all the things around, right? And everything is very normal. Everything is normal. And nothing is too important. But if we're too important on something, then you just stress yourself. Let's say if you have a lot of things to do on one day, and you look, the whole thing like this is too much work, and you stress yourself. You stress out. Now, do not think about this side. Focus to one corner, to clean that corner first. So once that corner clean, it's appetize you. It's bring you up the freshness. Oh, I finished this area in 10 minutes. So to help you to improve your energy, you can go to another corner and continue to clean without any stress. Actually, stress because we don't know how to manage anything that comes to us. And if you're able to manage, everything will be fine. So the best thing is learn how to manage your time. For example, if you know that you have a lot of homework, then today when you go home, don't play. Spend your time and to do some of the homework if you can. And then later on, do less homework. And you know that you have more homework to come in, and because you have done some part of it, it helps you a lot if you're able to manage everything. I have a lot of talks around. And sometimes I have 20, 30 talks in a week or in 10 days. How can I prepare all the topics? So usually I don't focus I know I have that, but I don't prepare much. I only prepare for 1 or 2 talk first. And then after finish that, and I may think another topic for the next place. Because if not, I will stress out myself and I cannot do good on one topic. Okay? So learn how to manage your time, everything. The reason we stress, because we don't know that how to manage everything. Even things come. You know what to do first, what to do next. You don't put up everything at once, and then you will be stressing yourself. And once you stress yourself, what happens? You easily get mad. You easily get mad if you think something around you very much. Anger. This is the next question. How can I deal with anger? Actually, we all have the nature of anger within us. But if you are more patient, more meditate, you're able to calm the anger when it's come up. We cannot get rid of the anger, but we learn how to deal with our anger, how to recognize when we're in a bad mood, so we won't explode. but we learn how to express when we are not in a good mood. When you disagree of something, you can tell, you don't have to yell. You can express, you don't have to explode. Right? Life is very easy, and people will hear you if you have the way to express. People won't hear you if you just explode. For example, sometimes we are sit next to each other like this, but when we angry, we never talk, we yell. And usually, when do we yell? When that person is too far. Right? Sometimes you yell, but actually that person is right in front of you. But that person too far away from you, but when you're in a good mood, hello, how are you? When that person too far, you still whisper. But when that person right in front of you, but you yell. So that's why in Vietnamese we used to say, Ti xa mà gần. That person is too far, but we still can speak very softly. Đi gần mà xa. Look like that person cannot hear you, so you need to yell. You yell because you're angry, right? So sometimes we attach to what we call I am. In Buddhist practice, we call the ego. You are number one, you are the best, you know everything. That's why you easily get angry if somebody done something is not satisfy what you want. So where is the anger come from? They all come from when you disagree on something. Actually, you disagree on this part, but somebody else will agree. None of this thing in this life that you satisfy everybody. And why you have to angry? And you can express your disagreement, but you don't have to explode as an anger. And remember, every time when you're angry, you never look nice, right? So this is the prayer that you can do. Angry makes me look ugly. That is the prayer that you can do. So you play iPhone, you play iPad, don't forget I pray. So if you have I pray, then you are welcome. How can we not be emotional when something emotional happens? We don't have to force ourselves in the situation. Is not to express our emotional. Emotional is something very normal, very nature in humans, right? But how to express your emotion? Let's say if you need to cry, why not? Why not? After you cry, maybe you feel at ease, you feel more light. You don't have to hold. Lot of people, they stress, they depress because they try to hold so much thing in them. We can express, find someone to talk, but don't try to hold and suffer yourself. Okay? Emotional is nothing. You happy is emotional. You look sad is emotional. You look angry is emotional. You see all the icons on your iPhone? You said you're emotional a lot. When people say something you like, you say, oh yeah, it's emotional too. It's to express your feelings. So it's nothing wrong to have emotional. But we know how to manage also. Now, what is the root here? Meditation. Learn how to meditate every day 10 minutes. How to meditate? Sit quietly, let go of everything else, just follow your breath. When you breathe in, you know this is my in-breath. When you breathe out, you know this is my out-breath. Aware of your breaths. Use your breath as the destination to bring your mind to focus. Because we have the habit, we're thinking too much. We worry too much. And that's why we cannot be focused. Now, nothing else, only your breaths. That is something you're thinking too. But instead of thinking too much, we're thinking about our own breathing. Breathing in, breathing out. You can water yourself if you have a lot of sadness in you. Breathing in, I'm still alive. Breathing out, I feel so happy. Try to bring the joyful into your mind, into your physical body. Meditation is a good medication. So meditation is the medication for your mind. The medication that you intake from the doctors, only good for your body. Sometimes your body don't need that kind of medication. Once you have the meditation for the mind, the body also can be healed. Because body and mind affects, they together. So once the mind is at peace, your body will be healthy too. For example, if you don't feel happy, you don't feel like you want to eat. But if you feel happy, you can eat everything. Right? So the mind is the most important. That's why Buddhism focuses to the mind a lot. And how to help your mind to be patient, be calm, be relaxed. You need meditation. How do I let go? Same thing. Letting go is something you need to learn. Because you know that is not appropriate for us to take. That's why we need to keep. In Canada, we have a lot of snow in the winter. And we used to have a song, let it go, let it go. Because we have the song called Let It Melt, Let It Melt. So now we learn how to let it go. Letting go, one of the practices, you know that is not appropriate for your body, then let it go. We only take something appropriate for the body. So that's why on the 5 mindfulness trainings, the fifth one, be aware of the food when you intake for your body. Because some of the food only bring unhealthy damage for your body. Same thing. When you watch movies, when you play games, make sure you don't choose the scary one, the violence one to watch or to play, because that will intake for your mind, and that will become the poisons, the food of poisons for your mind. It's very negative, right? So let go means you realize what is not right for your body, what is not right for your mind. The last question, is there a Buddhist Bible I can read every night? Yes, there are a lot of Bibles you can read. Okay? But now I can tell you the very first 3 Bibles you can read every day. Every day when you wake up, you remind yourself, I vow not to do bad things. I vow to do good things. I will keep my mind pure, calm, and help others. These are the 3 Bibles that you can read every day. Not to do bad, try to do good, calm your mind, help others. So once your mind is calm, you only do the good, right? So once your mind is calm, you know what to do. Just like when you have a clean bowl, you can put anything in there. Soup, rice, yogurt, everything. But once your bowl is not clean, it's dirty, then nothing can be put in there, right? So when your mind is clean, is pure, is calm, everything can be said. Everything can be said. Thank you for your question. I hope that it's helped you. Rồi mấy con có thể đi chơi hoặc ngồi đây tiếp. You are free to go or to stay. nói chơi mà nó làm thiệt. Cho nên mình không phạm được nhất là không bao giờ nói lại.